Good evening, everybody. Welcome here to the Prog Monster. My name is Murph, and I am the host of this show, a show dedicated to progressive rock and other forms of rock music. So tonight we're doing a kind of a one-off. I decided to do it while I was listening to the album today. It's going to be a ranking of the songs of an album. It's not something I do too often, but I have done it on occasion. I just felt like doing one today, so we're going to do this one from the Dire Straits. This is Brothers in Arms. Sorry, the reading on this is really terrible, so I'm going to go with the notes that I made just so I don't screw it up too bad. It's a nice album cover, but blue and pink really don't contrast well with each other, and at least not in my eyes, anyways. So there are 9 tracks on this album. For most of you who don't know that, I figure most people do know this is a very popular album. Maybe their biggest album, I'm not sure. I like it a lot. It's been in my playlist now for a while, doing very well. I decided I was listening to it tonight. I said, you know what, I'm going to do a album song ranking on this album. So 9 tracks in total. And so what I'll do is I'll give you my least favorite and work my way up to my most favorite. That seems reasonable to me. I don't want to give the good stuff away early because then everybody will leave. Anyways, it's kind of like giving candy out on Halloween. If you give all the good stuff away, and the people avoid your house after that once they see what you're giving out after. Okay, so anyways, the for me the my least favorite track on this is Brothers in Arms. So it's the last track on the album, also coincidentally the title track. It's a little bit kind of slow, melodic, but not really terribly memorable. I don't mind it, but just doesn't do any. It doesn't have any zip to it, really. But it's not a bad tune. It's not bad in the sense that I don't like it or anything like that. It just doesn't do much for me. That's, I guess, the best way to put it. Number 8 on this, I've decided to go with Across the River. Um, Ride Across the River is the name of the song. It's a pretty. It's a little, to me, it's a little bit better than Brothers in Arms, a little bit more memorable. I tend to remember the lyrics for some reason on this particular track, but it's kind of the same thing. It's very mellow, very soft kind of song, not terribly memorable, although I do like the lyrics on this track. So it's going to be number 8. Number 7, Man's Too Strong. This one's a bit of a heavier song, at least for these guys. I To me, that's the thing that stands out most about it. Um, Not a terrible song either. Like all 3 of these songs are good songs, just not terribly memorable. But this one, I think, because it's a little bit heavier of a song, a little bit more catchy in its rhythm and stuff. So I tend to like this one just a little better than the other 2. So that's number 7. So let me jump up a little bit to number 6, which is going to be Why Worry. This is kind of I think it's the 5th track on the album. Um, Again, another bit of a mellow song. But for some reason, this one sticks in my head more. I think it's because it comes at the end of those kind of 3 or 4 songs in a row at the beginning, which are very kind of memorable songs and songs you hear on the radio a lot. This one not heard on the radio, but because it comes at that time, it tends to stick in my mind a little more. So I'm going to give it 6th place here. In 5th place, One World. This one's a bit of a heavier track, too. Not terribly heavier, but a little bit heavier. Lyrics are a little bit better. I do kind of enjoy some of the guitar parts on this as well. So this is going to be my number 5. Now we get into the songs I really like quite a bit. So the number 3 on this, or number 4, I guess we're at number 4. Number 4 on this is Walk of Life. This is one of the songs that's played a lot on the radio. Real kind of catchy, very likable. A bit of a pop. It's a pop song for sure. Kind of got that Bruce Springsteen kind of feel to it. At least to me, it does. Feels kind of Bruce Springsteen-ish. But I can see people that like Bruce Springsteen probably like this song. Maybe even like this group. This group is very, I think, to me, they sound not so much on this album, but on some of their other albums, kind of feel like they're influenced quite a bit by his music. And so, yeah, so a good solid Bruce Springsteen track, if you like. So that's number 4, Walk of Life. Next is the song right under it on the list, number 4 on the list here, but number 3 for me, Your Latest Trick. Another kind of good song, very catchy, very poppy, but like very, very likable. It's very difficult not to sing along with it, I think. So that's number 3. Of course, the top 2 are probably the first 2. So number 2 is going to go Money for Nothing. Now, when I first um, heard of the Dire Straits, they had a couple of songs that I liked. Sultans of Swing and this one, Money for Nothing, which really I thought was a great song. Easily my favorite song by them, but kind of has faded over time. It's probably the one I've heard the most in my life. Um, it's got that kind of keyboard sound. Almost feels a little bit like maybe a little bit of not a punk song, a new wave-ish type of track. And I remember the video from MTV, which was really catchy. Like, just a great tune. I love it. But my favorite is So Far Away. This one is just the lyrics are catchy. The song is memorable. It's you want to sing when you hear it. Probably the most overplayed Dire Straits song, but still, and played a lot on the radio and stuff. I don't listen to the radio anymore, so it's not burned out for me because I never was a huge fan of these guys early on. I always liked them, but I never really followed them until recent years and come to like them quite a bit. So this will be my number 1 track for the album. So you've got, I'm going to give them to you now in the order that I picked them from top to bottom. So Far Away, number 1. Money for Nothing, number 2. Your Latest Trick, number 3. Walk of Life, number 4. One World, number 5. Why Worry, number 6. Number 7, The Man's Strong, Too Strong. That's number 7. Sorry, number 7. Number 8, Ride Across the River. And last and least, Brothers in Arms. But again, if I was if I was being honest about it, all these songs are a pass for me. There's no below average or songs I don't like. It's just that, yeah, when you're ranking songs, some have to be ranked higher than others, and that's just the way it is. So that's the one-off video ranking the songs on the Dire Straits album Brothers in Arms. Did I say that right? Yeah, Brothers in Arms. For some reason, I always call him Brother with Arms or something like that. Well, it would help if he had arms. Makes it easier to hold the CD, right? Anyways, that's enough for me tonight. I hope you've liked this. Please like and subscribe. That helps the channel a lot. And if you want to make any comments or if you want to rank the songs on the album yourself, that'd be great. I'm interested in other people's takes on the song. Sometimes people say these little bit of interesting stuff about a particular track that you say, yeah, I've heard that and I know that, but it just never occurred to me. It's not frontal for me. So it's nice to hear these things. Anyways, I hope to see you all throughout the week. Take care. Have yourself a good evening or a good morning or whatever you are, wherever you are. And we will see you tomorrow. Take care and goodbye.